All right. All right.
We are live.
We are live. Oh no. Someone quick hide me. No. Trying to get our chat pulled up. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. Don't you love how the last episode, the freaking picture it picked was freaking him all the way up in the pop filter?
Gosh. All right. Great. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Three Nerds. As always, with Arctic and me, R-Gamerdoesrandom, who barely does any of the hosting because he's lazy as fudge. Lazrpo isn't actually here.
Yeah, Lazrpo is MIA today. I feel like he may be a POW. No, I'm joking. No, he's taking the day off. Taking the week off.
So now we shall actually go on doing the podcast. Unfortunately, I got no news at all, but Arctic, as always, is actually has a couple things to actually talking about. So we shall actually. So yeah.
Well, if you want to do your little history thing.
Remember? Oh, right. Okay.
You're gonna forget about that 2 weeks in a row.
No, I didn't forget. I got it this time. This time, I'm just actually spreading the news, the love to the Three Nerds podcast real quickly. So go distract everyone.
No, hey, look, I'm a dance. Wait, this is supposed to be a podcast. Fuck.
Gosh.
See, me being the one who typically tries to censor people, and then at the same point in time being the first one to drop the curse word each podcast.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, you got this guy who apparently has an issue for some reason to not even cussing at all.
Hey, no, that's good. That's good. Family-friendly content,
I guess so.
Family-friendly are.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I am super friendly, I suppose. All right, I am ready to give it my history of the day. All right, then. So then, sit back, relax, ladies and gentlemen, and all that whatnot and shiz and whatevs, and get ready to hearing one of my history of the day, and a really interesting one I managed to actually look up. So, apparently, I wondered how our United States Marine Corps came to be in the first place. Well, apparently, I actually looked that one up. Now, I'm not sure if it's true, but it is actually one of the earliest documents I've actually heard during the American Revolution. So, it all started in a bar when a group of drunken men were actually really aggravated with how crappy the British rule is, and they were actually so crap, they actually started complaining and stuff. And then with all of them actually agreeing how crappy this lifestyle is at this point, they actually realize, hey, how about we actually go get the how about we actually kick the British's butt and give them a piece of their own medicine? And they weren't actually kidding. Literally, they actually did something. So it was this one day where they apparently hijacked an entire British ship while they were all drunk, and apparently played pirate throughout the entire thing. And that's how our Marine Corps was actually formed, by a bunch of drunken men's. Being our history of the day.
What's the magical history of the day?
Okay, the hashtag. There are so many hashtags I could think of.
We need a hashtag.
The hashtag.
Historically accurate pirates.
Nah. We could come something a little more mentally hilarious.
There we go. Hashtag bored pirates.
drunken board pirate.
Oh, yes. Hashtag drunken board pirates.
Wonderful.
There we go. There we go. Beautiful.
Well, there's your history of the day, guys.
Oh. Dang.
All right, then. We're on the topics.
All right, so
nothing else to talk about.
I have some good news. I have good news for you out there who live in the United Kingdom. Frick.
Oh gosh.
Why are we going over this?
Can you tell us can you tell us the ugliest news first?
Oh no. This is good news for people who live in the UK and maybe potentially elsewhere. Because it's
okay,
it's something Amazon is deciding to do, and it's essentially to prevent scalpers from coming in and buying a whole bunch of SNES classics when they launch. They are restricting pre-orders. They are not allowing you to pre-order in bulk. So I can't. What is it? Which includes we are writing you about your order, which includes more than one SNES classic. Unfortunately, there's been a change in availability on the item. There's now only one listing for the SNES classic. As such, we have reduced the quantity in your order to one. We understand you that this isn't what you expected and apologize for the inconvenience. They have restricted it down to one per customer to prevent scalping.
Oh,
if you want to
really.
Huh?
No, keep going. I'm just like complimenting how good your talking is.
Oh, yeah. They decided. Amazon decided to restrict the pre-orders down to one per customer to prevent them from going through and buying as many as they could, keep one, sell the rest on eBay for hundreds of dollars and make a profit. Amazon doesn't want any of that, which is good because like that's part of why the SNES the NES Classic just blew up. Like it sold out because people were just coming in and scalping it. So hey, Amazon's going to try and prevent scalping.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think deeply of how hilarious I could just make a joke out of that simple word scalp, but I got nothing.
I just had to cringe because I scrolled down and I looked down where it says you can comment and somehow this managed to pick up a picture of me from 4 years ago that looks terrible. And so I just looked down and see myself staring at myself through my glasses. And it's like, no, stop, kill it with fire.
Go ahead.
Well, in I wasn't sure. Do you have anything to add, detract, any comments on the SNES thing?
It sounds actually pretty cool. Really, really cool. Or actually doesn't sound like nobody's going to get ripped off with its classical games, which is coolio. So, all I could actually say is that just hope that everyone will actually enjoy the classicals and stuff. Actually did a long, long time ago.
Yeah, the classical NESs.
Yes.
And Take-Two has continued on their spree of taking down mods. I guess yesterday yesterday or the day before, they took down the Liberty City and GTA mod because they didn't want Liberty City in GTA 5? It's
No.
They won't say what they actually violated, but people are assuming that has to do with the whole fact of it importing another Rockstar IP into the same, basically importing a different Rockstar game. And if they'd made their own area, it probably wouldn't have been. But because they imported, they were trying to rebuild Liberty City in GTA 5. That's probably why it got taken. That's essentially why it got taken down. And the whole concept of the mod is the same reason the mod got taken down, which sucks.
Well, darn it.
They've just been cracking down on it.
Personally, I am more of a Saints Row kind of person, but GTA is actually great, and the mods on GTA is actually pretty fun. That.
I've never
I ain't gonna
modded
lie.
GTA.
I know, but I looked at it and it looked nice. So yeah. Still, as for the mods, I don't personally. If they're going to actually add it around the Liberty City, I wouldn't see any having any issues around it. I mean, if it's actually something really, really serious. But yeah, I guess that's personally my opinion on the fact that matter. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They decided to take it down, which sucks. But hey, that's what happens. That's the kind of shiz that happens.
Shtick.
It's amazing. Like the two stories that I could cover really, really quick were covered really, really quick, and I've got one more before I have to get back into like trying to figure out what else to talk about. Unless you have, actually, you wanna, I know you made an update video on your channel, but you wanna, elaborate on that here. Let's just
okay.
throw you out there.
I can wait. Are you one of the? Wait, did you saw the whole thing?
Huh?
Thing on that update video is what I'm saying. You know what? I guess why not? Just to spreading awareness of hey, something big has actually happened with the R-Gamerdoesrandom channel, and it could actually change the entire world. Coming soon in 2020. Even though that was actually very soon. And I almost did the Blockbuster, some sort of trailer guy's voice.
I don't know. The way that you dropped it in freaking Discord.
Where apparently the Ice Age began, and only one guy can be able to actually overcome them. And his name is ArticJay. Coming soon in theaters. Nah, I probably can't do it. Alright. Anyhow, as for this most important update, so yeah, usually for the past 2 years, I've always been a lone wolf. I've done tons of stupid shiz, all that jazz. And then it all changed after I actually met an awesome person who actually suggested the idea of, hey, how about I could actually integrate within your channel? And I was like, okay, then. And that's how it came to be. And that person with the pink hair right next to this new profile pic is Runny. It actually wanted her to coming into the podcast, but she ain't here. So, yeah. But apparently, if she actually comes more often, consider her a fourth member of the Three Nerds podcast. Well, 4 now. But that's if she actually wants to. So, yeah.
Well, that could be fun. That could be fun. And then we could just bring Rivet along and just make this a nice little crowd talk. Just dragging people in here. One day we'll drag Vidus in, kicking and screaming. Someone had to fly to Lithuania to do this. Shoot, that wasn't thought out very well.
Oh, well, Runny could actually be able to teleport over there. Yeah, she has the superpower teleporting. I mean, she is supposed to be coming into this podcast, but I haven't seen any comments if she's actually around or not.
Ignore me while I toss around a bottle of freaking Olay face lotion.
Stick.
I have a fidget spinner and I'm playing with a bottle of lotion. I need help.
Hashtag lotion spinner.
Lotion spinner.
The big news.
I could actually do that. See? When you've got big hands.
I mean, not
huh?
Not as much as you can actually see me edit, spin, and stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm just so random.
All right, so here's the big talk about one, and
it's the worst news. I'm ready.
This is the worst news. It's the worst news ever. It's the worst big thing. I was trying to stay away from politics. I was trying to stay into tech, gaming, and other cool stuff like that, and nerdy stuff, which I do have some cool things to talk about when it comes to gaming.
Gosh dang it, Arctic. You couldn't resist the temptation, couldn't you?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't resist the urge to go, what the heck is going on here? So the other day, Donald Trump tweeted out a GIF. He tweeted out a GIF from back when he was on the WWE for that thing with Vince McMahon and all that. And someone had edited over Vince's face with CNN and had Donald Trump just basically beating the shit out of CNN, essentially.
I still find that funny.
I find it hilarious that the sitting and active president of the United States of America tweeted out a meme of him beating the shit out of a news network. Do I agree with this? No. Do I think this is a good thing? No. Is it so funny that I just can't help but look? I can't help but just go. Because it's like
I'd second with the third one.
It's one of those. Is this real life? Well, so hey Rivet. And Rivet, the link to the call, if for some reason you want to join, is in my Discord. You should have access to it. But that's entirely up to you. We are live. And everyone else. Hi, guys, girls, and everyone else. I'm sorry, Rivet. Hold on a second. What you need to do is you need to steal something from Tom Sanders, because I think he has the best way of just a generalized welcome that can only offend people who absolutely want to be offended. And that's, hi guys, girls, and non-binary pals. Covers everyone. Because literally the only people who are going to get triggered by that are the people who are triggered by the whole concept of non-binary. Anyways, back to the CNN thing.
Yeah, let's actually dunk some CNN people.
Oh, this is going to be great. Because this is so stupid. Okay, so I thought what Trump did was pretty dumb. What Trump did is, pardon the pun, trumped by, I feel bad. CNN has been accused of blackmailing the person who created the GIF because they found the person's Reddit account, managed to get their personal contact information, even called them. The person has since then deleted all of their Reddit posts, replaced it with an apology, which has since been deleted, and essentially they've asked CNN not to dox them, as though CNN only gave out his username. And yeah, they basically pressured him into it, and he's given an apology. And CNN has said that they reserve the right to publish his identity if he makes offensive posts in the future, which literally means they're basically censoring him because he offended them.
Well, to me, CNN sounds like a bunch of whiny babies.
Yeah, he said that he was not threatened, but at the same point in time, he has requested his identity not be published, and then CNN said that they won't, but they reserve the right to publish his identity if he makes it, if he does it again. And it's
Roll
like,
shiz.
it's just how can you think that's an okay thing to do? How can a news network? Well, okay, yeah, Ribbit, that works. Hello, all. That's all inclusive. I'm offended you didn't capitalize all 3 letters.
Yeah, apparently Arctic actually has a tendency to just going out and just going to the more triggering route.
Oh. I'm good at triggering people, okay? I used to live on a farm. I've shot guns. I know how to trigger people. Anyways.
Anyhow.
Yeah, CNN's K-File identified him using information that he posted on Reddit and other stuff to determine who he was and find his Facebook page. And then they contacted him by email and phone, and then later on he posted a huge apology. And they have basically, yeah, it's stupid. And this is straight from CNN. I'm going to read verbatim what CNN has on their page and they think is okay. CNN is not publishing Han Asshole Solo's name because he's a private citizen who's issued an extensive statement of apology, showed his remorse by saying he has taken down all of the offending posts, and because he said he is not going to repeat his ugly behavior on social media again. In addition, he said his statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of this change. Think about that. How is that okay? On any level, we're not even going to go into politics. I'm not going to say I'm not going to go into any level of politics on either side. I'm not going to argue pro or con or anything. We're just going to come to the straight point of a news network is basically saying, hey, if you post shitty things on the internet that we don't like, we're going to dox you.
And then they actually got 2 big bodyguards just cracking their knuckles. Apparently, it's just admitted that CNN has now just became the internet mafia.
Yeah. How is CNN keeping any credibility after stuff like that?
And we got a Ribbit Rose.
Oh, hey. It's my favorite cheese horse.
Nice.
Apparently,
yeah, we got apparently mafia, a new major mafia. It's been admitted. It's been admitted and exposed. CNN is the internet mafia.
It's the news mafia. Don't cross the news mafia. Your story doesn't have to be real. It's just going to be hard hitting.
Yeah, you won't believe in our story. We actually bring our guys to jump you.
I've never been against them or anything like that. I've thought that some of the stuff they've done was a little bit stupid, but I've never been like against them. But that's just But this is the first time I've really had to sit there and go, CNN, what the hell?
I feel like an idiot.
Why?
I've been talking this whole time and my mic was muted. I forgot I muted it initially so that you wouldn't hear the podcast playing on my phone. And I forgot to unmute it.
Do you have any input on the CNN story?
I do. I would like to say I have a shit list. It is not a very long shit list, but CNN has made the second slot on my shit list. The only other one on there is Wall Street Journal, which, for obvious reasons. Yes, CNN. I just can't believe that they fucking did this. What I can't believe is that they did this and then went and made a news post about it. They're basically saying, hey, look at this. We threatened this guy. Everyone, we threatened to blackmail this guy. You should be proud of us.
Yeah.
And give us money.
I'm going to try. I just posted that link in chat. I'm going to try and copy that link over. And I'm going to put that in the description for anyone. CNN Mafia. I'm going to try and put that in there in the description so that this is going to be there for future. I'm going to call that citation for podcast and post. That way I can do... Because this is like, for once, a story that like, this one's big enough that like, unless they delete this, there we go. You guys can continue.
All I'm going to say is CNN Mafia.
I think the actual hashtag is like CNN blackmail.
Exactly, which is
like
why I gotta say they gotta be part of the mafia, guys. They could be the Illuminati.
Adi. Nazis.
Speaking of CNN, if you haven't noticed with the two ends, and if you actually, there's actually a double triangle which proves they are part of the Illuminati, but it ends.
Triangle. Whoa.
Yep, which is 100% proof that they are part of the Illuminati.
CNN is the Illuminati. Confirmed.
Now a couple of people that I'm looking out onto the internet and YouTube, he said that the great meme war has begun.
The great meme wars. The war itself has already become a meme before its existence. That's how bad the war is. It existed before it existed.
I'm actually surprised I never even became a meme at all.
Well, you kind of almost make the cut of the meme.
Keyword.
Almost. Well, I mean, you're just not you're not cringy enough to be a true meme.
I guess.
Well, almost rhymes with post, and memes are posted, so you're already partway there.
Well, I guess then.
Now, everyone. We've got to remember for like the duration of this podcast and from here on out, because we're bad. We bad talked CNN. We've got to be very, very careful. CNN might dox us. CNN might figure out that my name is Jane, and then they're going to try and throw this against me and throw this out there and hold this against me and find out my home address. So
let them come, I say.
Let them come. Well, I mean, I just
and then once they actually come,
my real name.
I just don't want to watch them come.
And then once they actually come, you actually wait until they come, whack them, torture them into some sort of, I don't know, some secret lair you actually have, and then make sure that they'll actually never, ever do that again. Code. I just gone really deep and dark with that, on that topic.
I'm getting glasses.
I don't know. I guess I've been too caught on with Mafia stuff recently.
Just a little bit.
It is weird. I cannot wear my glasses when I'm looking at my computer screen because my eyes seem to focus differently when I'm looking at my screen as opposed to when I'm looking at everything else.
Well, see, I don't wear my glasses when I'm at my computer screen because of the glare. Because see,
Dang.
if I wear them when I'm here at my computer, you'll see nothing but. I mean, I see better with them. Obviously, they're glasses. That's kind of their job. But I just, as opposed to yours, which I guess you're at an angle and you don't have a light directly in front of you. Because mine.
I've got my screen directly in front of me. I see myself in your eyes.
But see, you're at an angle.
Hey, baby, I can see myself in your. Hey, baby, I can see myself in your eyes.
And I'm the only one not wearing glasses. Okay. So is that so? I guess we covered up all the topics then.
Oh, fun fact: the Harlem Shake videos are still being uploaded to YouTube at an average of 3 Harlem Shake videos an hour.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow!
And then
I've been seeing a Harlem Shake video since 2015.
Yeah. Just none of the Harlem Shake videos are as cringy as CNN's current reporting skills.
Probably more entertaining as well.
Anyways, I should probably take these off.
Yeah.
I need to get some that don't glare, so that I can wear glasses at my computer. Because otherwise, I don't think a lot of people know I wear glasses because you almost never see me with them on whenever I'm in front of a camera. I'm also lucky enough not to be so blind that I can't see everything at my desk. In fact, everything at my desk is in the perfect bubble of vision. So I can actually see clearly everything at my computer. So.
Oh, my phone just went off, and I'm so glad that I still had it on vibrate from the dentist office. That would have been embarrassing to hear space unicorns going off in the middle of the podcast. And there it goes again.
Woo. That was some nice whiskey. It's a joke. That was water. Because what are you doing? I'm a terrible person. Everyone's quiet. CNN Mafia. No. That's why the CNN's been taking people out. See, they took we were talking about this, and then R went BRB and vanished out because CNN just raided his house, and then Rivet's camera cut because CNN's kicking in. Just the visuals for that. It made it so much better. Oh. God. It's just.
I'm not getting that.
Oh gosh.
So, any other topics?
Ugh. NASA plans to crash a satellite into an asteroid.
Science!
That's about right. I've been obsessed with space, so this works, but wow.
Yes, I love how the news just, how headlines just make everything sound 10 times more interesting than it really is.
Clickbait articles, CNN doxes. No, I'm joking.
Journalism.
CNN doxes ArticJay. I need help.
Okay, I'll just take my mints and go to Canada.
Well, I guess that's what you were meant to do. It's okay. If you're the sort of person who lies awake at night in a cold sweat, holding your breath, worrying an asteroid is going to hit Earth and wipe out the world, as you know it, your worries could soon be over. As soon as in like the next 10 years or so. The crashing it into an asteroid is part of their DART program, Double Asteroid Redirection Test. And so they're going to try and use a satellite and crash it into a non-threatening asteroid and see if they can deflect it. Hopefully not at us.
Yeah,
it would be,
and before they deflected onto a collision course with Earth.
You saw ironic if they got their math wrong, and they're like, okay, this is a non-dangerous asteroid, and then they hit it and direct it towards us. It's like, oh, this suddenly became an issue.
As long as they don't try and blow it up with a nuke, like they did in, what was it? Apocalypse, I think.
Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon. You try to blow up an asteroid with a nuke. Here's a hint. Nukes don't work in space.
Yes, they do.
Because nukes work, most of the devastation is caused by superheating and creating a chain reaction with the air around it. There's no air in space to create the chain reaction.
There's still going to be an explosion. There's just going to be no shockwave.
Yes, but it's not going to be nearly as powerful as people think it would be. It would be like maybe like a firecracker.
No, it would be more powerful than a firecracker. If you were, it would still kill anyone.
In relative scale, like a nuke hitting an asteroid, it'd be like hitting it with a firecracker. It wouldn't do much at all.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that would explode would be the fuel tanks.
Well, no, because you know how a nuke works, right?
Yes.
It's the atoms.
It's
the nuclear fusion or fission of the atoms. There's a lot of energy released whenever that process happens. And so that explosion.
Fission, what it is, it had. Well, how it works is it normally has 2 pieces of uranium, 235, I think, weaponized uranium.
And it collides
in a tube. They're basically in a tube apart. When it hits, one is strikes the other at a high speed, knocking off atoms, pulling them apart, creating a chain reaction.
Yes.
Which normally would, most of its devastative power comes from not the uranium itself exploding, but it causing the air around it to be flung apart and explode as well. Well, that's where most of a nuke's power comes from.
The first
is from exploding the air around it.
The first mile. Oh well, yeah. The nearby would be like the initial area of impact, ground zero, would still be devastating. It's just everything outside of ground zero, due to no shockwave, due to nothing else to fission with or anything else, outside of ground zero would be just high amounts of radiation.
And they would bleed off quickly in space. The radiation would bleed off quickly. It wouldn't do much at all to the actual asteroid, though.
No, the initial
saying.
explosion would do some
And
damage.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Fire
it.
it, you might as well just fire a traditional ballistic missile, because it'll have just as much, if not more, explosive power than just the uranium itself.
I've got a better idea. Lots and lots and lots of magnesium.
What about thermite?
Does thermite make its own oxygen?
Yes, it does.
Okay, then you can use
Thermite is aluminum powder and iron oxide, which contains oxygen.
Okay. Okay, then that would work. I was going to say
so you can literally put thermite at home. So you can just powderizing aluminum foil and mixing it with rust.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be as powerful as if you use actual powdered aluminum and iron 3 oxide, but it'll still work and burn as thermite does.
It's going to be really hard to get rust off my computer. The puns.
I swear, I think you guys should actually create your own TV show close to this old show called Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill's my hero.
He's a sellout.
Bill's my hero.
I tried to watch his some of that new show he has on Netflix. I didn't like it.
I haven't watched the Netflix one because I've already heard enough complaints, and I don't want Bill Nye ruined for me.
Yeah, don't. If you like Bill Nye, don't. I never grew up with Bill Nye, so for me, it's just a show, and it's way too cringy.
The only thing that
I watched the episode on gender and sex, and it's just. It's not even like what he says, it's just what they do in the show. Like, at one point they have, I don't remember who it was, someone dressed as Lady Gaga, basically come on and start singing a fucking, like, song about gender and sex and shit. It's just so cringy and, oh
shit!
It hurts.
They got rid of the comedy parts as well, because I actually enjoyed that from Bill Nye.
Bill.
The Science Guy.
Never actually seen any of his older videos, to be completely honest. I never watched them in school.
I have to say,
my interest in science just stemmed from an interest in science.
Yeah, he's worth watching. His old shows definitely worth watching. His I just don't know about. I haven't watched his new one.
Oh, hi, Ronnie.
Oh no!
Oh, hi, Ronnie.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to the podcast. How you doing? Talking about science and Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the sellout guy. I know a lot of people call him a sellout with the new one.
Because in his old ones he was talking about how sex and gender are the same thing. In his new one he goes into the whole spectrum about how it's not. Which, to be honest, is actually completely understandable because science, as well as human knowledge, advances. He's saying this and then saying this at the same time. Like, back when he said that, there were only 2 genders, and they were considered the same. Nowadays, it's different. That's how progression works. That's why people are calling him a sellout, because before in his old ones he was saying that gender and sex are the same thing, there's only 2 genders, and now in the new one he's saying the opposite.
Well, okay, admittedly,
because he does a bunch of stuff that is obviously just to get views, just for an audience.
Admittedly, back when the original show was going around, the whole differentiating between gender and sex was not such a driven thing back then. While it was a thing and has been a thing since the 70s, the whole idea of non-binary and all of this other stuff that's outside of just male and female was not a thing. Not to the same degree, at least. I mean, it may have been, but not to the point where everyone's heard of it by now. So back then, they didn't feel, I don't think he felt like he had to cater that to that or talk about, or he may not even known about it. But now, feminists and people who, you know, are into that push so hard for everybody to know it that it kind of made its way into the show material. Because things changed. So while it is kind of selling out at the same point in time, it was definitely him, I guess, changing the show's format with the time.
Kind of. That's the only example I've heard people say, but
I only know
when I saw the episode, there's other things that could possibly be seen as selling out as well.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I've seen some of his older shows, like parts of some of his older shows, and the format is very different. There's not nearly as much science in the new one as there was in the old one.
Yeah.
It's mostly just him cashing in on his fame.
I know I watched someone like
at least one episode that I watched. Sorry, go ahead, I'm done.
I know I watched someone like tear apart each episode, and I just haven't watched them yet myself. But like, I know there was one where they argue, where he brings someone on just to debate, you know, basically for the whole thing of cultural appropriation. I know that was in another episode because I remember hearing a bunch of people complain about that episode.
I don't think I watched that episode. I watched part of the gender episode, and that was it.
I have the issue. I have the whole thing. Like, I watched Armored Skeptic, and he ripped the whole thing apart. And whether or not I agree with everything that was said, he definitely went overboard trying to rip it apart.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. It's one of those nostalgia things, you know, how people get nostalgia and expect something to be the best thing ever, or something amazing, something more than it really was. And then when they go back, they get kind of disappointed, or if it's rehashed, they get, you know, upset at it because it's not as good as it was when they were young. I think that's a lot of it as well.
I'm trying to figure out what chat that would make more sense for. I'm gonna throw it there. I just dropped a link to the Skeptic video in my Discord. In case you're interested or not, I don't know. I've been watching Skeptic for a few years. I love how Hangouts on the Air adds hashtags. I just looked over to see the hashtags that added Hangouts hashtags. But, I do have some bad news for gamers.
Oh?
Yeah, I have some really bad news for gamers, and this made me sad because I played this game.
Before he
So
says, can I mention one last thing about the Bill Nye?
yes, you have 43.69 seconds.
Okay, I just realized that Bill Nye's new show is called Bill Nye versus the World, and it's caused so much controversy that basically the world has turned against him. So it literally is Bill Nye versus the world.
Oh, at least he made the title make sense. Just a fantastic job.
Just for this, I'm going to sit down and watch the whole thing now, and I'm going to sit there and not cringe. I'm going to treat it like a cringe compilation and try not to cringe challenge, and just watch the whole thing straight through. That's going to be hard because it's really hard for me to do anything straight, but that's beside the point.
Well, nothing bad doesn't happen to me. I'm the cringe king.
You should,
nothing at all doesn't happen.
You're the cringe king. Hey, I have an honest question. Did you start talking to me because my old videos were so cringy?
When I first looked at your videos, informative.
Because I don't remember.
All I'll say is that is rad. Yeah.
Because I was going through and watching my old videos with Lazrpo the other day, and I realized exactly how cringe my content used to be. Still not the best, but...
Hey, I look back at mine and I'm like, yep, I was very terrible at making videos back then.
I look back at mine, I'm like, oh hey, I've only made one video in the however many years I've had YouTube accounts. And it was a short little My Little Pony parody sketch, like something you would see in Pony's Anthology. I re-uploaded it and shared it on Discord, but then I realized I accidentally marked it as private, so no one could see it. I meant to mark it as unlisted. So I gotta go change it and reshare the link to it. Second clip of the show, I saw the clip. I'm like, okay, I gotta make this, and I went and made it in like 10 minutes.
Where's this?
Video game news. So video game related news. Netflix is currently in production of a Witcher saga, a Witcher series, television series.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would like to see that. Yeah. I don't mind seeing the TV series. Video game was rad.
They've actually got the guy who wrote the books, the author of the original books, working on it as well.
What? Because he was like so mad with the games because he made so little money off of them. Yeah,
I think they have him on as a co-producer or something, but they have him working on it as well. He's directly, he's directly working with it. Supposed to be released in 2018. And from the article I was reading, they said they were originally going to do a movie, but because there's so much to the world and the stories, that it would work better as a series with 1-hour episodes. I'm curious as to how they're going to do the seasons, if they're going to do season 1 or the events of book 1, because it says they're following the events of the books. I wonder if they're going to do like 7 seasons, 1 for each book. Or if they're going to try and cram it all into 1 season, which would not be very good. No, we'll see. I'm a little hyped for it, to be completely honest.
Well, the thing is, and of course, I did actually looked up something, and of course, everyone should know this guy. You know, Rambo, that guy. People knows him from the movies, and apparently, I've actually gotten the chance to looking at the book. Relates to the first movie, but I could actually see that there is actually like a gap between what the writer of a novelty differs from the movie, because apparently like the movies actually likes to making a much more positive scenery when it comes to So I guess there is sort of the same gap with the Witcher scenario. So I'm just only throwing that out.
And I went and got all the Witcher books to read, and then my Kindle here, it bricks itself for no reason. Like, I had let it go dead just because I'd had it sitting, because I like to lay in bed and read at night before I go to sleep. I would let it go dead, so I'd plug it in. But when I plugged it in, it would turn on and begin starting up. But then halfway through startup, it would crash and turn itself back off. And again and again. So I tried to make a factory cable, because I tried everything first, but then I tried to make a factory cable and ended up frying it. So, and useless now.
Send it here, I'll fix it.
You can't.
Why?
Because the circuitry's fried.
Okay, so what you do is you crack it open, check the circuits, and resolder the ones that are fried.
Okay,
No,
I was trying to decide whether or not to crack it open right here and show you the circuitry, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't like prying things open, because it's annoying, and I don't want to sit there and do that, because that's how you have to do it. Because there's no screws or anything, you just
I know
together, so you have to pry it open.
you have to get the back off to get the screws.
There's about in it. That's the circuitry. The rest of it is battery. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have.
This is one of the little cheap 7-inch ones, or the cheaper 7-inch ones. They're like $50, like $49.99.
Yeah, this one's 10-inch. No, this is also 7-inch. I'm just so much smaller.
Tape a Kindle to your face. It's a perfect mask. No one will know who you are.
All right. So in sad gaming news.
Oh no, the depressing stuff. I didn't even brought my tissues for this.
Really sad. Really, really sad. And I don't know how to handle it, because it made me depressed. It made me depressed. So there's a game.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie.
Oh, hey.
People.
Oh, it's 4 Nerds, 1 podcast.
4 nerds.
Yeah.
No.
I classify myself as a geek. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, man. 3 Nerds and a geek.
I was never.
I'm sorry, that's my bad.
Anything. I was never classified as anything. Thank you very much.
No, you're classified as a human being.
I prefer to be non-classified.
I'm sorry, but I am classified information.
So, but if you identify as non-classified, then how can you be classified information?
Because
Because
I'm
the only
a spy.
Because the only non-classified information is that I'm classified information.
So, either way, the NSA has access to you.
That is true.
Oh, they don't even know who I truly am. They don't know my life. They don't even know anything about me.
No, but they'll hire CNN to find out.
They don't know
No, but
what
they'll
feels
hire
like
CNN
to
to
be
find out.
R-Gamerdoesrandom.
Gosh darn it. All right. So, how many people here have heard of the indie game on Steam, the free indie game on Steam called Moria?
Yes. I
That
love
one rings a
game.
bell.
Actually not.
Moria is no longer playable.
What?
Okay. Hackers kept trying to get into the game. It was a small team of creators they were not an indie dev studio. They were just a small group of creators who made it. And they can't afford to keep dealing with it and keep trying to fix it. They're not a commercial indie developers. They don't make a living off of their work. So it just costs them money, and it was costing them too much to try and combat the hackers and deal with everything and clean everything up. So it was just going to be too much of a problem. So they went through, they changed the screen to now the start screen just basically says, hey, you can't play this game anymore, and they're no longer working on it.
Oh, that's awful. Hate seeing a game die like that.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Terrible.
The article got posted an hour ago. I'm not sure how long ago. I'm going to pull up Steam really quick and see how long ago the game actually went down. I mean, it's still available for download, I think, because probably. Oh, it's not in my library. Oops. All right. Yeah, it was such a good game.
It was.
Oh, they've actually pulled it completely down. You can't even view it anymore.
Ultimoria?
No, it's just called Moria.
Oh, just called Moria?
Moiria.
And where?
I found it. It's still up there. But yes, they did post a farewell. Thank you and farewell. Here, I'll read the whole thing really quick. I thought I'd do a short write-up saying that Moria will no longer be available to play, though play through. We've updated the game build so it locks the players at the title screen. We're a team consisting of an artist, composer, and a programmer. We all work full-time jobs outside of games and have additional commitments beyond our jobs, so we're not a commercial indie developer making a living off of our work. Where's the other stuff? Started as an experimental game for a game jam. They released it on several portals. I think it's important just to point out that it was a completely free game and a project that we had no financial gain from, and we're personally paying regular monthly costs to maintain it. Since it launched, their database was under several different attacks. They worked hard, sometimes with support from community members, to update their system to be more manageable and minimize the likelihood of attack. However, recently their database was under repeated attacks that ruined the game experience for players, and resulted in it going offline. However, there is no email data that was compromised in the attack. However, this vulnerability means that we are subject to future attacks. We are not a large studio. We don't have the resources to prevent them. So, yeah, that's what happened. Hackers took the game down, essentially.
Moira
Better bring out the Mafia,
the name of the game.
You better send the CNN and the Mafia after them.
Yeah, I second that we actually send in the Mafia to start being the crap out of the hackers for ruining the game.
For ruining a fun, free game. It was a good game. I'm sad to see it go.
Sad I didn't get to play.
Me too.
Thanks a lot, CNN.
CNN's gonna become the new Obama now. Thanks, CNN.
Oh gosh.
Trump becomes president? Thanks, CNN.
Well, I mean, you could probably partially blame them for him becoming president.
Mm.
One of the things that led to his election was the fact of everybody who was villainizing anyone who even thought of voting for him. And so people were just like, people were tired of being called bad people just because of viewpoints. So that, and Hillary was not a good person to go against.
The a video online of a guy who got attacked in the common room of his own apartment building. Well, got basically attacked by a couple of Democrats because he was wearing a "Make America Great Again" shirt.
Oh my goodness.
He wasn't even wearing it like for any reason other than it was just in his bag.
Yeah.
And they just sitting there harassing him. This girl and her boyfriend are just sitting there harassing him. Horrible.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, and that's the whole thing with that is people saw that happen and was like, do I want to be associated with those people? And then they hear all of these people being called terrible things, and it's like, but yeah. This last election did a really good job of stating the far left and the far right and showing how far out there they were and making everybody in the middle realize that, hey, no one on either side likes us, but hey, we're here in the middle. At least we're not crazy.
Yeah.
We like being balanced.
I'll just vote for the one that isn't a criminal.
Oh crap!
Oh, don't look at me.
No, Hillary Clinton is actually a criminal. She's broken several laws, and not just during the election. Like back when Bill Clinton was in president, she stole a lot of stuff from the White House. And then when they asked her for it back, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was my stuff that was here when I moved in."
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she could email the inventory list.
She can. It was on her it was on her private email server.
You have to delete it first.
There was a
No, go ahead, Rennie.
There was a you know those Obama Biden memes that they have with the bromance? And there was one where Biden's laughing because he wished Hillary Clinton would have won so he could email her the Wi-Fi password. I have to go find that now.
Oh, I've seen that one. That's that one's funny.
That's good.
I remember from WikiLeaks that they actually tried to find out what they actually said. Told me that Arctic, or it was actually Laser who ended up mentioning about what WikiLeaks ended up spilling about Hillary Clinton and about the hot dog thing. Ah, gosh, I completely forgot about that one.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I only have a tab full of nothing but articles to talk about. I can look for more here.
Arctic has
tab full of articles?
Actually talking about politics, even though we all agree, we the nerds actually agreed not to doing that.
Well,
hey, don't deny it. You're actually, hey, you actually like to do it intentionally.
No, I don't like talking about politics because it tends to be offensive.
Everything's offensive in this day and age.
Oh, you're true. Hey, I'm offended by you saying that.
I'm offended by you saying that.
Dang it. Oh!
And I offend myself in any way, piece, or possible way.
Awkward silence.
Wow. So I typed in I typed in Hillary Clinton hot dog WikiLeaks. I've got 7 I've got 7 emails.
Boy.
They have all of her emails on WikiLeaks. I'm looking at 7 of them right now.
Oh my gosh.
Does one of the articles mention about how Hillary actually eats the hot dogs? Because I remember
She ate a hot dog. How dare she?
No, the best one is one of the results for a hot dog is Hillary pitches a Benghazi shutout, Wall Street Journal editorial from Wall Street Journal to Hillary Clinton.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta click on this and read this. This is from 2013. How does hot dog come in here? Oh, this
I
is
have
like,
no idea. It was either you or Arctic. I mean, you or Poe ended up mentioning about it.
I would think that there would be a lot more results of Hillary Clinton hot dog just because of Bill.
well, you know.
That you or Poe ended up mentioning about the hot dog. Remember, it was pretty hilarious.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dog is Hillary Clinton hot sauce purse.
What?
Curious, that's the top result for Hillary Clinton hot. Hillary Clinton hot sauce purse. What is this? Hillary Clinton carries hot sauce with her. The Daily Caller. Why is this a news article? It's even on Time.
Hold on.
It's on Time. Hillary Clinton keeps hot sauce in her
Hot sauce
purse.
purse, I see it. There's a hot dog email? What?
Joy.
I found Hillary Clinton hot dog email.
So apparently Barack Obama had a party at the White House in 2009 in which $65,000 worth of pizza and hot dogs were flown to the White House.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Jackson did had a wild party when he got inaugurated. I mean, he brought a horse into the White House and started bringing booze in there.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the horse
Wild
drunk.
party.
Wait, what?
I love Times headline for this article. It says Hillary Clinton carries ninja squirrel hot sauce everywhere.
Hillary Clinton to take on Rockstar over hot coffee.
Oh yeah. No, wait. Is this coffee or was this café?
Oh, there's a hot coffee mod apparently.
Oh yeah, friggin' GTA's hot coffee mod.
Oh, the hot coffee mod, the GTA hot coffee mod.
Yeah, she launched an inquiry in 2005 on the hot coffee mod.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense now. It's been like an actual rock star.
I was like, what? I thought it was the drink.
Yeah, me too. I was like, Hillary Clinton is taking on a rock star because of hot coffee. Like a musician.
Thanks, CNN.
Thanks, GameSpot.
Thanks, GameStop.
Or GameSpot.
Yeah, GameStop works too.
Yeah. Who spilled hot coffee for my Eurogame? I wonder if this is related.
You know, it's like those things. It's like those stupid videos that people keep posting. Like, oh my goodness, I spelled my cereal, and it ends up spelling something stupid like "I respect women" or "send nudes."
Or send nudes. Yeah.
Not that respecting women is stupid, but come on, it's overused. It was funny the first 1,000 times.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it needs to go the way of the romper.
You mean back into style?
Rompers! Oh my goodness.
The cold one with boys.
What are you talking about?
I've seen a variation. I've seen
just pulling buttons in his collar, so.
You seen the female variation of the cracking open a cold one with the boys?
Mm-mm.
It's got a picture of two girls washing dishes. It says, washing up a warm one with the girls.
Or any more offended, I'd go make a sandwich.
Wow, thanks. Because I was literally about to say something because I was about to go make a sandwich.
Man, I want to go make a sandwich now.
Oh no! The best part is like that doubles is like that. I was in a voice chat on Discord with a couple friends, and we were playing, and I didn't realize I muted everything so I could listen to one of their videos, because I was playing with Sammy, Carr, and a bunch of other people. And we were just all having fun playing GTA. Well, I wanted to listen to Sammy's video that she'd uploaded that day, so I muted the call so I could listen to the video. I unmuted the headphones and I thought it would unmute everything. I spent an hour getting upset that no one would listen to me. So finally I got up, went in the kitchen, and started making dinner. Suddenly someone said, "Hey, Jay, you do realize you're muted still, right?" I told them afterwards, I'd stopped playing GTA and it just parked my car and walked away to cook because I was so upset. And I felt terrible afterwards. And then Kara's response was the best, because she said, wow, we know you really are a girl, because the first thing you wanted to do was cook.
Wow.
Nice.
What, do you want me to come back with some Starbucks or something? Oh wait, no, I gotta say it right. Excuse me, let me say it right. Do you want me to come back with some Starbucks?
Don't forget to get my unicorn frappuccino.
Oh yes, totally.
You
want the venti, right?
Oh.
Extra whip.
Of course, girl. You know me.
I
got these gorgeous Uggs, girl. I got these beautiful Uggs.
Oh my god.
Dying to show them off in public. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. They're so beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Seriously. I need to go and get me a pumpkin spice latte. I'll be right back.
Pumpkin spice lattes. Ooh, get me one.
Literally die for one of those right now.
Funny story about my Valley Girl voice.
I can literally die for one of those right now, girl.
On Discord I had to make a separate account because of some drama happening, and I was playing a prank on one of my old friends, and I ended up getting dragged into a voice chat with him for a half hour. I had him convinced I was a different person.
Oh yeah, so that's why you actually had that. So that's why you actually went with that voice that you. Yeah.
For a half hour.
Oh my gosh. I could not imagine trying to pull off a Valley Girl voice for a half hour.
I was trying so hard not to laugh.
Oh my god, the Washington Post, democracy dies in darkness.
Oh.
How is that different from anything else?
I don't know. I clicked an article on the Washington Post, and up at the top of the banner, it just says the Washington Post, and then as the subtitle, it says "Democracy dies in darkness."
They could die in darkness.
Okay, that's pretty dark. That's pretty dark for a news outlet.
Somebody play the Lego Batman.
But the reason I clicked on it
song.
The reason I clicked on it though. They might as well have gotten Lego Batman to freaking design the website, because you know what the color palette is? Black on white.
That's racist.
Not even joking.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
A white background with black banner and black text everywhere.
Sounds like the Mummy propaganda that's been going around.
Gosh, I miss watching the old Mummy series.
Why Hillary Clinton eats a hot pepper every single day? Why would I want to know this?
So, if you're really good at sports, like say Overwatch, if you're really, really good at esports like Overwatch, you should think about going to the University of California, Irvine, because they now have a scholarship program for people who are too lazy to do real sports and they play Overwatch all day.
That's awesome.
Except
I would suck at Overwatch.
Awesome.
Wow. Actual esports is actually pretty legitimate. But all these people saying I want to be a professional gamer because I don't like doing anything else, stuff. Lazy people like that. That is just and awful at the same time.
Okay, My only thing is I could not sit there and play one game for so long just to get good enough to be a professional. Because like I'll play Overwatch for hours and then like or PUBG for hours, but then I want to play something else because I play games that have fun, not to own noobs.
Also, these a lot of esports teams are like actual teams. Like a lot of the big professional ones, they live together, train together, eat together.
I have a question.
I don't want to say sleep together, but yes, they all live in the same house.
I have a really stupid question. Attack on. Oh gosh. So this is a really stupid, honest question. How do you train apart from just sitting down and playing? How do you train for esports?
You gotta have the mentality, man.
They actually have to work out. They have to actually keep their bodies in good physical condition because they not only have to do stamina, they have to do stamina and reflex training because they have to have lightning fast reflexes for games like League of Legends or MOBAs like that because those games are in real time. So they have to have lightning fast reflexes. They train. They play together to work on their teamwork. Shape in healthy shape. Well, they have to stay in healthy shape so they don't get any kind of diseases or sickness or anything that could affect them. Or they don't get any injuries. And they actually have to have amazing stamina because some of these esport MOBA games like League of Legends or Dota, they can last for upwards of 8 hours for a single match. They have to be able to sit there for 8 hours, not leaving, playing the single match.
Okay, that sounds
They have to have amazing stamina.
That sounds easy enough. I do a 4-hour stream and then follow it up with a podcast. That doesn't sound hard.
Yep. Well, and I've actually done a 10-hour stream on Battlefield 1. I think I can pretty much handle the mentality.
And as for lightning fast skills, I mean, like, I'm a ninja.
Yeah, but you have to keep those lightning fast skills up at max throughout the whole 8 hours, constantly using them. You don't get any breaks.
Well, I know I'm actually good enough for that. I mean, Runny actually admitted I have the skills of a guy named Church from Red vs. Blue.
Yes. So he was. It was great. He kept missing so much. And then he died. Unbeknownst to R, while he was playing that, I was just yelling at the top of my lungs, "We must have the flag! We must worship it as our God!" It got to the point where my mother came up and was like, "What the heck are you doing?"
During my Battlefield 1 live stream.
The flag is our God!
Oh, the flag!
It was actually a great stream yesterday.
Was that really yesterday?
I loved it.
Can't remember.
Yesterday?
Oh no, I'm having amnesia
And then
again.
I switched over to Injustice 2.
I remember that. I just don't remember what day it happened on.
Yeah, it happened yesterday.
Somebody help me, I'm having Alzheimer's.
Hey.
No, it's okay. I have it all the time.
Hey, I have a feeling I'm the oldest person here, so stop that.
Yeah,
You
you're
should
not that much older
old.
than I am.
I'm literally 1,000,000 years old. I don't see how we're any that different.
Shush you overpowered cyborg.
I literally dye my hair, otherwise you'd see so much gray.
No, it's not called gray hairs anymore. It's called it's racing stripes. Natural racing stripes.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom vroom. Vroom vroom.
No, but you're really not that much older than I am, I don't think.
Oh, great. I'm actually tempted to doing that voice again.
Do it! Do it! Do to them what you did to me.
Just do it!
Just do it.
Don't let your memes be
Yeah.
memes. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just
Yeah, I just said it.
So the other day I was pressure washing the carport, and it's so bad that you can literally draw on it with the pressure washer.
Yeah,
Like I drew a stick man, and then I just did it under the carport because the whole thing is huge, so I just did it under the carport, and just to encourage myself, I wrote "just do it" on the cement with the pressure washer.
do it. It's come through. I'll just do it. Make your dreams come true. And get to the chopper. You idiot! Someone!
I think we have to find our direction.
What are you trying to do? Burn us to death? We're not ants.
No, I'm trying to do the Sherlock Holmes thing. We have to search. I'm searching
You're not
for
Benedict
the show's
Cumberbatch. It's not
direction. I
gonna
think
work.
we've lost it. I think we've lost. I'm searching for the show's direction. I think we lost it.
I don't think it ever
Gone,
existed.
so I'm looking for the tracks.
So you guys actually want to get to the topic where when I actually mentioned about podcast when I mentioned about Dave's who would you most likely get killed by the hot dog versus a gun.
oh, the hot dog versus a gun. It's more than just that. You have to watch the video. I watched it earlier.
So
it
who would
basically
win, a
breaks
hot dog
down.
or a gun?
Okay, so Boy in a Band released a video. Hold on a second. Let me pull the actual video up because I can't remember. That's a roomie, not Boy in a Band. Let's try this again.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, look, it's a hot guy with a hot girl. All right, so it's called "Which One of These Is More Likely to Kill You?" And what it was is it was a breakdown of which encounters every day are likely to kill you, from serial killers to cows
Super
to
stereo.
hot dogs.
I suggest that the cereal would most likely murder me.
No, it's not the cereal.
My
It's
luck is
that,
I die by hot dog.
It's that special sauce you gotta watch out. That special sauce you gotta watch out for.
Well, the hot dog,
That's
one,
crazy.
the hot dog one was essentially for professional eaters. So as long as you're not a professional eater, you're fine. If you are a professional eater, make sure you know to like chew your food.
Let me go
As
ask
long
my
as you're not
scale
a-
if I'm a professional eater or not.
Oh.
I think
You're not
it'll
a
agree
professional
with me.
eater.
Hey,
You don't have to worry about death by wiener.
Hey. If you have to lift your gut to get around your desk, then there's an issue.
Me? Except my room is very tiny.
I've got an L-shaped desk, and the whole issue is I have an L-shaped desk. Right here's a wall. Right here, my desk goes all the way up here. I have to put this down. See how far out my desk goes? I have to walk in this little crack.
That is me! Oh my goodness, that is me!
I have this.
And in
My
the
desk
corner
is
of
in the corner here. Yeah, my desk is in the corner here, and then I have this desk over here that
You guys
kind
are
of
so organized.
makes it
I'm
shaped
jealous.
like a U.
See, I've got this.
I'm actually
Okay,
living in my
so,
grandparents' old office right now, which was my
see, the
childhood
thing-
room. Actually, that's why it's Blue's Clues on the wall.
Nice. I've got the misfortune. I've got the fortune/misfortune. I live with my grandmother. I moved in with her after I kind of lost my house due to a bunch of series of unfortunate events, and a couple other things happened. So I moved in with her. Well, because I do YouTube and because I do streaming and all this stuff, she assumes that I spend all of my time, all of my life, all of my waking time that I'm not at work on my computer. I want to put my desk in the bedroom so that I can put up sound foam and make everything sound good. She's afraid she'd never see me, so my desk's in the living room. I can literally look over my monitor and see the TV. I'm in the corner of the living room.
Over there.
I'm in the corner of the living room. When someone knocks at the door, I can see out the door right now and see if anyone is knocking on the door. I could look them in the eye from here. I can see the TV. That's the kitchen. Here, you're getting a house tour from behind my desk. See? That's the other side of my desk. Ah! So,
there's my TV over there.
Before. Welcome to the podcast.
Do what?
A box of my stuff from kindergarten.
The one that came into the chat.
Someone's in the chat. Hello, Kay.
Chat.
Oh, hey, it's Kay.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Kay.
We're showing off everything in Kay's in the chat. Hey, Kay. So I got one other topic, I think. Oh, yeah. This is a kind of interesting topic because it's really cool. So Disneyland is popular. We all know this. And they've got Star Wars Land getting built. It opens up in 2019, which means that's pretty popular too, or going to be pretty popular, hopefully, theoretically, possibly. So they're now theorizing based off of the guests, based off of the money, and based off everything Disney has, because Disneyland already hits capacity on its busiest days. There's talk that they may be building a Star Wars land across from Disneyland, not Star Wars land, a Marvel land for the Marvel heroes, to try and pull traffic away from Disneyland to across the street. Same company or whatever, obviously, but to try and steer some traffic away so that people can actually enjoy everything. Disney is just owning everything. Can we just talk about that? Disney is owning everything?
Yeah, nothing we do about it, but they are.
It's scary because, like, hold on a second. Who all does Disney own? I know they own LucasArts, and they own Marvel, and they own Pixar.
They own Blizzard. Well, they own Activision, which owns Blizzard.
Do they own Activision? And no, Activision Blizzard is the parent company. Do they own Activision Blizzard, though?
Yeah, I think they own Activision.
I didn't think so.
Yes. I don't know. I may be confused. I thought I saw somewhere.
No, Activision Blizzard's currently owned by itself. There was people trying to acquire them, but they bought themselves out of the last company that owned them, and so they're solo again.
Okay.
They used to be owned by Vivendi Games. What it was is Vivendi started Blizzard, bought Activision, merged the two together, and then Activision Blizzard was able to get up enough money to buy back their shares from Vivendi to separate from Vivendi and make themselves their own company again. So, Activision Blizzard got merged in 2007, and then they split from Vivendi in 2013.
Disney owns. List all the stuff that Disney owns. ABC, ABC Entertainment, ABC Daytime, ABC News, ESPN on ABC, ABC Television, ABC Kids, Touchstone Television, Walt Disney Television, Walt Disney Television Animation, BVS Entertainment, ABC Studios, Walt Disney Television, Disney ABC Domestic Television. Cable networks, they own ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Classic, ESPN News, ESPN Pay-Per-View, ESPN Deportes. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. ESPNU, ESPN HD, ESPN 2 HD, all HD, Disney Channel, Toon Disney, SoapNet, ABC Family, A&E, which also includes the History Channel. They also own the History Channel, the Military History Channel. They own Crime and Investigation Network, A&E, HD, Lifetime Entertainment Services, and Movie Network.
They own Hulu. What?
Energetics.
They own
I think they own-
Hulu, Lucasfilm, Maker
Oh,
Studio, Marvel Studios, Marvel
Yeah.
Entertainment, Pixar, The Muppet Studios. They own way too much.
They own Good Morning America, World News with Charles Gibson, World News Now, 2020, Primetime, This Week with George Stephanopoulos. I don't know how I pronounce that. Sports Center, Monday Night Football, ESPN Plus, Playhouse Disney, Jetix, ABC Kids,
No.
ESPN Radio, Radio Disney, Lifetime Radio for women, bunch of radio.
Holy
They own a bunch of
cow.
magazines.
Hold on. Their freaking
Uh,
net income for each year has gotten so large, it's scary.
They might as well at least pay off the $1 trillion debt then.
Yeah.
Hold on, what are they, how much? Yeah, right. Hold on, how much are they worth as a total? They are worth their revenue is $55 billion. Their operating income was $15 billion. So they pocketed $40 billion. Their total assets, Disney is worth almost, they're worth $92.03 billion. And they make on their last year, they made a total of, their net income was $15 billion. And it keeps going up. So that means this year they're estimated to probably make $16 to $17 billion more. And that's, that's just the profit at the end.
Disney owns Club Penguin.
Well, yeah, I knew that. Disney owns too much.
DisneyChannelClub.com. Yes,
Disney.
they own a lot.
You know, wouldn't it actually be...
Huh?
You know, wouldn't it actually be funny at this point that Disney would actually have enough power that they would actually end up overpowering the Illuminati and Disney would become the new Illuminati? That's just a thought.
Well, no, because
I imagine Disney will become the new. I imagine one day Disney will become the new U.S. government.
No, Disney is the new Illuminati because Disney's all about censoring everything. They don't want a lot of bad words or foul language. They want everything to be kid-friendly. So think about it. They've been censoring everything and all the businesses censoring everything. The Wall Street Journal censoring everything. Everybody pushing for censorship. CNN blackmailing people. Disney's behind everything.
Which is why I'm thinking they could become the new Illuminati.
They are the new Illuminati.
Only
Disney
they're
is the
not
Illuminati.
No, it's not. Disney won't be the Illuminati. It's it's their like secret club, like super special club. You have to pay like $100,000 in fees every year, and you can only get in if you know someone already in it. What was it? Crap, I don't remember, but it's like their rich person club, basically. You get like access to special areas of the park that no one else can go to, special clubs and all that.
Except Disney animators.
Except Disney animators. With all the Disney animators with all the dirty jokes and the animation panels and stuff.
Disney actually tried for a more adult theme once. A more teenage adult dark theme once. It ended horribly.
Oh yeah, there was actually back then, way back then, while Disney was actually like starting to grow, they actually had a major competition. Who I can't remember who their company was, but it was around New York. They were a company in New York, and they actually made some of the famous series around like the '60s. You know, where you had Popeyes. Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Matt talked about this.
Yeah, he talked about there was the company that the company in Bindi was based off of.
Yeah. Fleischer Studios.
Yeah, Fletcher Studios.
Remember, they actually had their own version of Mickey Mouse, but I can't remember who their mascot was named.
Bimbo.
I mean, I saw.
It was Bimbo.
I mean, yeah, him.
Yeah.
That was their Mickey Mouse at that time. Would also resemble Bendy as well. So I guess basically Bendy is Bimbo.
Aw, Betty is a bimbo. I mean, wait, what?
No, you're thinking of Angel. I still haven't played the second chapter of Bendy yet. I just need to get it.
Talking about hot dogs, particular filmography, Bimbo, first film, hot dog. Bimbo was created by Hillary Clinton.
Nice.
Let's not make these jokes anymore. This is getting bad.
And then all of a sudden we started talking about Disney and the Illuminati.
Well, Disney is Illuminati.
Well, to me, it's mostly more about Illuminonsense. See what I did there?
Yeah,
Hey?
Disney actually tried.
Okay, now I did it.
Disney actually tried to go kind of darker route a little while back in their theme parks. And the CEO wanted to appeal to a more teenage crowd. An Alien Isolation ride, or not an Alien ride, which they then got some of the images were behind the back titled to George Lucas on him and all, and they ended up losing the trademark for the Alien, so they made up their own story for it. God, I can't remember the name of the ride, but it was like it's still there now. It's a Lilo and Stitch ride, but it was originally like a big ride. They had a big circular theater where people would come and sit down, and they had this big glass tube. It was like a sort of like a presentation for this alien race coming, trying to sell us new technology and all, trying to sell transporter technology. The story was the CEO of that company would, he talked to you over the communicator, whatever, on the screen, and then he would, he would try to teleport into the room. Well, there was a planet. The story was a planet would get in way of the beam, and it would instead teleport this giant, like, screaming, like winged alien creature that then would like crack the glass on the tube and all. And it was the whole thing. It was apparently pretty scary, but it was shut down because parents would take their little children on the ride because they didn't tell them it was supposed to be a scary ride. The children were scared, parents would get angry, and Disney would refund them the cost of their ticket for that day. People started abusing this. They'd go on the ride, lodge a complaint, and get the money back and just go to Disney World for free. So they had to shut the ride down. Then they remade it, because it's a location, they remade it into a Lilo and Stitch ride.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
Sorry, I sometimes like to watch videos that about facts about Disney parks. Stories.
Neato. All the light on your face. But yeah, Disney. Trying to think there's anything else.
Exactly, I did all over my face.
All I'll actually say is that sooner or later they're going to not only take over all of our business, but they will actually soon overtake us. This is when they're going to actually take our brains and stuff.
Yeah, they're going to take over our lives. We'll be forced to wear we'll be forced to wear red overalls and Mickey Mouse hears every day, anytime we leave the house.
Oh gosh.
And all shoes will have to be yellow and oversized. Everyone's required to wear gloves all the time. Let's dress like Mickey Mouse. As the new Disney government dress code.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Wow. So, I don't. One of us. One of us. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh gosh, we ran out of ideas, didn't we?
I've got one. Well, no, I've got one. I've got one thing. I've got one thing, but no one's gonna like it that much. No one's gonna like my topic that much because there's literally maybe one person who might still be in chat who'd give a damn.
Oh, okay. Well, spill the beans then, mate.
So, hey, Gaming Mike, are you still there? He might know. He might know quite a bit, given the fact that it let me tag him. He should still be there. If he is there, I'm gonna see if he can help me elaborate on this because he may know more than me. But it has to do with the game. Please, no one cringe so hard that it kills me. No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No one cringed too hard. Okay.
Kidding. I went through you.
So on July 8th, Hello Games is going to run a radio advertisement on at least one of Howard Stern's Sirius channels. The radio spot won't be promoting the game, but will be, but kind of not directly, but as more kind of indirectly, because it'll have to do with the lore. It's going to go into the game. It's going to an alternate reality game, Waking Titan, which is going to have to deal with the No Man's Sky lore. And you've got to, the website's up. I was actually just goofing around on it a minute ago, and I got past the first gate relatively easy. I'm just got to get through the rest of them. Which is why I was hoping Mike was there, because he's the only other person I know that plays No Man's Sky still. But
if I could run it.
Oh. It's been sustained okay with updates, but you know, with the two big updates, but still there's been a lot of hate for it strictly because of launch. But they last month they distributed 6 cassette tapes. Well, not 6 of them. They did series of them, but essentially they sent out a bunch of cassette tapes, and each one of them led to lead to a puzzle, solving a puzzle. I think it had to do with the portals and all of that. Oh, there it is. Project. Okay, yeah. So now they've got the Waking Titan thing coming up, and there's talk of even more stuff, which they seem to be having a lot of fun running these small things just for the community. But there's 6. If you go to wakingtitan.com, you'll get the puzzle. You have to solve the sigil to unlock a message, and it looks really cool. I don't know what it's going to unlock at the end, but like there's a lot there, and it's really interesting to see a game that has so much animosity towards it, and so many people just outright hate it. And it's still doing really cool things. Like, this is work. They went and got cassette tapes and mailed out cassette tapes. They're doing a lot of work, and it's really, really kind of cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully adding content in the game.
Hopefully adding. They've added content. They're just working on other stuff too.
I actually do want to play No Man's Sky. It is on my wish list on Steam.
I pre-ordered it.
my biggest problem is I don't know if I could run it, and I still can't afford the $60 price tag.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't gone down.
Yeah,
wait
me too.
to see how good it is for your opinion, you guys.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Are you there?
Yeah.
I think you're cutting out.
No. I've actually adjusted the thingamabob.
You're there. But yeah, it's really cool seeing that they're doing all of this work for something that so few people are going to appreciate.
That's why I love stuff like that.
As a reward for succeeding, 80 Steam keys for No Man's Sky were distributed at random to the player base. What? Oh, because of the first question, the first sigil, when enough people answered it, I guess. At various points in the game, the player base is asked to choose between options by popular vote. The first time it happened, players were asked to select one of 6 different numbers. While 16 was an early favorite because of its repeated use in the game, 80 eventually came out as the players pointed to numerous references towards Mercury, element number 80, which shares the initials HG with Hello Games. See the level of thinking that that Hello Games is going through. It's
If you get one of those Steam keys, you're gonna hook me up, right? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Sean Murray's gonna hook you up with a free copy of it. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I actually really do want to play No Man's Sky because from what I hear, most of the game is all lore and lore and world building, and that is I'm personally I'm a huge lore buff. That is one thing I like the very most about games is lore and story.
If you can get past the fact it is a walking simulator, it is a $60 walking.
I'm fine with that.
Then you very well may find the enjoyment that some of us, like me and Gaming Mike and the rest of the Geknip gang, Bone Junkie, Exploring the Virtual, which would be Rob. It's Rob. I'm gonna feel so bad if I got that wrong. I can go through naming them all off. They were like the first people who were like regulars in my streams when I first started ages ago.
Well, hopefully I can get a job soon and be able to afford a better PC and No Man's Sky.
Me too, dude. That's why I also consider myself as a hobo. So yeah.
You're a hobo. You're a hobo like
Bo Burnham.
A hobo.
What do you call a homeless person that's bad at being homeless? A hobo.
I'm terrible at getting a job, but I definitely know how to live a life like a hobo. So yeah.
Yeah. Like a hobo. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Starting to sound like we've already ran out of ideas now. Well, how about we? So, how about we actually talk about our moments with Vidus, seeing as though that he's actually been with the Three Nerds podcast for a while.
What about Vidus?
It's Vidus.
Well, he's actually been at literally almost every single Three Nerds podcast.
Yeah, the only reason he's not here today is he went to sleep before we started because it's hold on, I can actually tell you what time it is there.
Oh.
He's my Lithuanian friend. It is 3 a.m.
Oh, you mean Vitus went to sleep before 3 a.m?
For once, yes.
That is surprising.
This was actually from Poland, but now I could look at myself in the mirror, saying how much more wrong I could ever get.
Yeah, he's from Lithuania, right there next to Russia.
I got a friend from Croatia.
I'm just glad that he's not too busy rushing around.
A Russian joke.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to make. I told you guys I had to go make that sandwich.
It took you a long time. Come on, you're a girl. You should be a pro at this.
I make good sandwiches. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Big sandwiches. Good sandwiches.
Well, so what you actually missed is that we were talking about Disney, Bendy, and also I just forgot what we were talking about last time, but it was we were talking about No Man's Sky, and now we're talking about Vitus.
Who's asleep.
Oh my goodness, Vitus.
And sandwiches.
Vitus is my favorite person.
Funny story. Yeah. Vitus actually tried. So there was actually one time when I was streaming Dishonored, and then when both Running and Vitus actually met for the first time, Vitus just straight up started flirting with her.
It was the best part is Vitus was trying to play matchmaker. Started asking whether either one of us were in a relationship or not, and then we decided to set R up with a marriage with Granny Rags. We're trying to plan this out.
Everybody's planning on they're planning on a fan art of me having that marriage.
Not only marriage, but there's kids. Their initials are FU.
Oh my god.
Oh.
If you guys actually do it, I will be so mad. I will give you the biggest, most terrible rain you'll ever seen that you will regret.
So of course we're gonna do it.
Reddit.
Try right now, Jay?
You're gonna seriously? Yes.
Oh boy.
It's the best.
I just love that I can just people say stuff like that. Just I could easily get that cord. I just reach up and pull down my wake up tablet.
Hey, you and I have the same drawing tablet.
This one that is not plugged in because every time I try to draw, I get discouraged because I suck and end up hating myself more. So.
I was actually just yesterday working on an animation because I couldn't figure out what to do. So Vitus told me to make an animation.
What program, what drawing program do you guys use?
I use Paint.net.
I use Psy.
Paint Tool Psy. Everybody has been telling me about that one, and I ended up getting Manga Studio for like $15, but I can't understand.
I didn't pay for it.
I can't understand Manga Studio worth anything.
If you want something free, try Paint.net. It's essentially like Photoshop.
Shush, floorboard. You're making me sound rude.
But no, I would strongly suggest Paint.net. And if you want to do animation, use OpenTunes.
Okay.
Both of those are free, open source, and upgradable. You can mod them out with other plugins and tools.
That's good to know.
And Rivet, you saw my art from last stream, didn't you? My 5-minute art. There's a difference between when I'm trying and when I'm not trying. It's not a big difference, but.
What if I even have Paint Tool Psy still installed? Because I've been through a couple times trying to make room for stuff. I have two 1 terabyte hard drives, and they're both pretty much full. Oh, hey. That's
That
actually not as full as usual. I've got 110 free in one and 186 free in the other.
Where is... Ah, no.
At one point, I had about 100 gigabytes free between the two of them. Oh yeah, I still have Psy. All right.
There we go. Random squaddies. New world.
Okay. That's still set up.
Father, I am your father. Vidist.
What?
Oh.
Oh, okay. So that's a story a long time ago. So I was streaming Fallout 4, and all of a sudden, I actually encountered something to do with the leader of the institution, and turns out he was my son. But apparently, everyone calls him father, and Bidis was absolutely
alert.
confused about it. So then he actually decided to simplify it by making gosh.
Spoiler alert! You spoiled
Hang
the
on,
whole
hang on,
freaking
I
story. The biggest plot twist in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! People! Come
I mean,
on!
it's not to me, but it's not to me because I've played the game for over 500 hours now. So
Yeah,
With other
it's not
people.
for me. I've only put 16 hours in the game. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm gonna show you photo. Actually, I don't know your Twitter.
It's Rivet Rose.
Yeah, you
think
guys
I
are
just
tagged
followed
in
you
the
earlier.
same tweet. By the way, Ronnie, go to ours Discord.
Oh, which one? Ah!
You
it's
should have
the
to
one,
mention.
Oh, hold on. No, I gotta go on the other one. I've got one on my phone and one on my laptop, so I'm so confused as to which one I have to go to sometimes.
nice photo.
Oh! That's the one that you drew.
Yo,
The story behind that was
I heard the story behind that one.
like I pulled it down. I was gonna start drawing it, and then like Vidis had his done, and I felt bad, so I was trying to hurry. And then Lazrpo had his done. I think it was a 5-minute rush one because everyone else was done.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'll actually post it. I actually have it saved. It looks great. Never gets old. Oh gosh. The good old saying from me. You think these are impressive? Just wait till you see my ding dong!
Oh, that freaking yes. That was the that was Lazrpo's.
Happy. Oh yeah, that was his. And then apparently he ended up doing the ding dong part because of that that voice that I've actually managed to impersonate from Cyanide and Happiness.
Oh, I just got Paint Tool Psy. Yay. Didn't have to pay anything.
Doing a thing.
Maybe if I actually work on my animation more than 6 frames a day, I might have the video done before the end of the year. I got bored yesterday. I got 6 frames done and then started working on something else. No, started playing a game.
That is how I draw. Oh my goodness. I'll get started on something and then it's like, ooh, squirrel.
Squirrel!
Squirrel! Like squirrel, dude! That was
Squirtle.
my attempt at Shaggy. I'm not very good. Squirtle! Squirtle!
Oh, dude. Squirtle, squirt. Squirtle likes to squirt. Wait,
Oh my
what?
goodness, no.
Golly, it's already 8 Arctic.
Yeah! We may have to end this soon.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep this at least PG-13.
I've got to make at least PG-13. Like,
Okay then.
I'm gonna have to make stir fry here in like a minute.
Stir
There
fry?
was an old saying
Yeah, make it.
Arctic when he. No,
Yeah,
go
I cook
ahead,
for the
Arctic.
house. I cook for the house, and so tonight we're having stir fry. I've got to make all of the vegetables and then cook the chicken for my grandmother and then cook my tofu for myself.
That's awesome. I have to cook for my house too when my mom works.
I just cook because I like to cook.
I'm jealous of you. I can't cook to save my life.
I learned to
Well, at
cook to
least you
save my life.
tried.
I enjoy cooking.
I tried.
I mean, I do actually want to cook once in a while, but then all of a sudden, when I look at the kitchen, and then when I think about myself cooking, I'm like, nah.
Nah. That's because you're a guy.
I like to cook.
Food raw. I ate a raw apple.
Does that mean you're a cheerleader? Rah, rah, rah. Okay. Bad joke over.
Raw, 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 raw. Here, wait, go. I don't know how to cheer. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's eat some raw apples.
Oh, good grief.
Yep.
Okay, then. So I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up.
Yes, yes. All right, would you like to start laying out your conclusion first off, Arctic? Or would you like me to go?
So in conclusion, I would like to say that you should go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ArticJay, and subscribe for gaming content. And 2 times a week I stream, sometimes more often, but it's guaranteed Wednesdays and Sundays. And then other content throughout the week. Hopefully my fact videos will be coming back for Saturdays, but I don't know when that's going to start. I'm actually working on getting that started again.
Woo!
I miss doing that series, and it's been like 3 or 4 months since I've last done one.
I feel you, Arctic. I miss doing my Motivational Monday.
And you can follow me on Twitter at ArticJay. And if you want to follow me on any other socials, they're on my YouTube channel, because I'm not going to say my name out loud for my Instagram.
Joy. Alrighty. Well, usually I would actually go with my stupid knockout voice of just going to knock you out if you don't actually follow my chiz. But in all seriousness, after that huge ended up making, I will actually say, if you guys are actually interested checking out my shiz, I do stream on both Twitch and on YouTube, Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch. I do YouTube, and yeah, if you actually want to crash my own chiz, I actually have a Twitter on car41666 490 on Twitter, and also I will be leaving a Twitter link on Runny's chiz if she would actually like that. Now that she has actually became my partner in crime in my channel now. Will actually do that as well. If she would like that.
Yeah.
Oh, back to me for a second. I also stream on Twitch, and I should be streaming on Twitch after dinner tonight. You can find me on Twitch at ArticJay.
Oh, gum.
I streamed last night. I'm gonna stream again tonight. That's the game. That's the goal. So, anyone else?
I'm Riffic Rose. You can find me on Twitter, Riffic Rose, Facebook, though I probably don't check it, and YouTube, Riffic Rose. I will eventually do something.
Cool. All right. And I guess with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Technically 1, 2, 3, 4 Nerds podcast because, yeah. You guys next Wednesday as always. So you all have an awesome day. Stay awesome as always. Have a good night and a good morning.
Don't
forget
to follow 3 Nerd Podcast on Twitter at 3NerdCast.
Yeah. Laters.